All right, let's talk about the two biggest things in tech right now. You can't escape it. Artificial intelligence and crypto. They are everywhere. On their own, they're already changing the world. But what happens when they actually combine?
So what does happen when these two titans finally merge? And look, this isn't just another buzzword. This is what many believe is the blueprint for the next evolution of the entire internet.
To really get it, you got to think of them as having their own unique superpowers. AI, that's the intelligence. It's the brain that can learn and predict and automate on a massive scale. But then you have blockchain, and that provides the trust. It's like this unbreakable public system that records and verifies everything, so no single company is in charge. It's raw intelligence meeting proven integrity.
Now, for years, these two giants pretty much evolved in separate universes. They were following completely different rules, but right now, their paths are converging. And honestly, it's happening a lot faster than anyone expected.
I mean, just think about it. AI was always the domain of big tech, built inside these heavily guarded, centralized data centers. Blockchain, on the other hand, was kind of the Wild West, a decentralized frontier, empowering individuals with new forms of finance and digital ownership. You're talking about two completely different philosophies.
But that collision is forging something totally new, an internet that isn't just smart, but is also transparent and, well, fair. One that combines the raw, predictive power of AI with the democratic principles of the blockchain.
So what does that actually look like? Well, imagine an AI model that isn't owned by one giant corporation, but is collectively owned by every single person who contributed data to train it. And in this new system, every contributor automatically earns crypto for their input. That's the core promise here, a more decentralized, user-owned internet.
To really grasp why this merger is so revolutionary, we first have to understand the fundamental problems with the way big AI operates today, because there are a few big ones.
First off, all the power is concentrated. The data, the algorithms, the incredible computing power, it's all controlled by just a handful of massive companies. It's basically created a digital kingdom where the rest of us are just subjects.
Second, these AI models are complete black boxes. You know, we feed them data, they give us answers, but we have almost no idea how they're trained, what biases they might have, or why they make the decisions they do. It's a whole lot of power with almost no accountability.
And maybe the most critical problem of all, we, the users who generate endless streams of valuable data that these models feast on, we get absolutely nothing in return. All the value, billions and billions of dollars, just flows right to the top.
Okay, so that's the problem. We've got a closed, opaque, and frankly unfair system. But this is where blockchain arrives as the hero of the story.
Blockchain directly counters those three problems by injecting its own DNA right into AI. Radical transparency, verifiable fairness, and true decentralization. It doesn't just tweak the rules, it completely rewrites the entire rulebook.
So how's it do that? Well, this fairer framework is built on three pillars. First, the blockchain creates an unchangeable, transparent record of who contributed what data, period. Second, it uses cryptography to prove who actually owns the AI models themselves. And with that foundation, it allows for totally new open economies where value flows back to the community. It's not just smarter tech, it's fairer tech.
And you know, this isn't just some futuristic dream. This revolution is already underway. There are pioneering projects out there building this new world, piece by piece, right now.
Let's look at just a few. You've got SingularityNET, which is building a decentralized open market where anyone can access or sell AI services. There's Fetch.ai, which is creating a world where autonomous AI agents can find each other on the blockchain to team up on complex tasks. And then there's Ocean Protocol, which has built a system for sharing data to train AI models without you ever giving up ownership or privacy. Now, underpinning a lot of this is a critical concept called DePIN. I know it's a fancy term. It stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. But it's a simple, really powerful idea, using crypto tokens to incentivize people all over the world to contribute real-world infrastructure, like sensors or hard drive space or even wireless hotspots.
And DePIN is already at work. The Helium network rewards people with crypto just for providing wireless coverage from their homes. GeoWeb is building a decentralized map of the world layer by layer. And maybe most critical for this whole convergence, you have Akash Network, which provides decentralized cloud computing. It's like a community-owned alternative to the tech giants, giving developers everywhere the power they need to build and train massive AI models. So with all this groundwork being laid, from these new AI models to real-world DePIN projects, there's a growing consensus that we are just hurtling toward a major inflection point.
And the year that keeps getting circled on the calendar, the year that feels like a pivotal moment for this entire movement, is 2025.
A lot of experts are calling it the make or break year for the convergence of DePIN and AI on the blockchain. So the natural question is, why now? What's so special about 2025?
Well, it seems like a few key forces are creating a perfect storm. The underlying blockchain technology is finally fast and robust enough to handle it. Real-world projects, like the ones we just saw, are starting to achieve real scale. At the same time, AI's insane hunger for data and computing power is exploding, and DePIN provides the perfect decentralized solution. And finally, you just have to follow the money. Billions in investment are pouring in to accelerate this entire ecosystem.
So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. AI is the engine that makes the decisions. Blockchain is the system that makes those decisions trustworthy, transparent, and fair for everyone.
Together, they are building the infrastructure for a new internet, one where users earn and data is respected. And at the very heart of this revolution is DePIN. So in our next explainer, we're going to dive deep into exactly how this engine of decentralization works and how you can be a part of it.
So remember, the future isn't a choice between AI or blockchain. The future is their synthesis. It's AI plus blockchain. The only question left is, are you ready?
Subscribe now. Day 2 dives into DePIN, and you don't want to miss it.